I'm recording this short video to explain the OSD or optional standard deduction. So the good thing about using OSD is that you don't have to present receipts anymore to justify your deduction from your income. Okay, so yung OSD is the best way for you to get additional um, deductions from your income to lower down your tax. And if ever, for example, yung expense mo is just a little, and not every expense has an official receipt or invoice that you can use to justify your expenses, then you can just use OSD instead. So if you use OSD, no receipts are needed and automatic 40% deduction. You are entitled to claim 40% deduction. So again, you can deduct this even without presenting expense receipt. So that's the good thing about OSD. What is the legal basis for OSD? So it's actually found in Section 34L of our tax code or the National Internal Revenue Code of the Philippines. So if you Google tax code of the Philippines or National Internal Revenue Code of the Philippines, and then you scroll down to Section 34L, you can actually see there a whole paragraph discussing optional standard deduction or OSD. But just to make it short for this presentation, just look at these things. We have individual and corporation. So if you notice here, not all OSDs are created the same. Okay, so if you are an individual taxpayer, meaning to say you are self-employed or a sole proprietor, or you are a registered professional, a freelancer, and you want to use OSD, then your 40% deduction, optional standard deduction, will be based on your gross sales or gross receipts, as the case may be. So gross sales, if your business is into selling products or selling goods. Gross receipts naman, on the other hand, if your business is into providing services. So kung service-based yung business nyo, gross receipts ang tawag natin dyan. And if your business is selling products, so gross sales ang basis natin. So 40% of your gross sales or gross receipts. That is if you are an individual. However, if you are a corporation or if the taxpayer is a corporation, still 40%, but the basis of the 40% is not anymore gross sales or gross receipts, but rather it's now gross income. So take note of this difference because maraming mga, especially for those accounting students, a lot of students will get confused with this one and mali na yung answer no, sa exam. Okay, so for corporations, it's actually 40% of gross income. So what then is gross income? Gross income is your sales. Okay, gross income is sales less cost of sales, or other term for cost of sales is cost of goods sold. So deduct first your cost of sales or cost of goods sold from your sales and then multiply it by 40%. Okay, so let's try to have an example, very basic example. Oh, by the way, how to avail the 40% OSP? You don't have to go to BIR anymore. Okay, hindi na kailangan punta sa BIR at mag-fill up ng form, sasabihin, I want to avail OSP. So it's just actually one click away. If you are using EBIR forms or EFPS, okay, it doesn't matter. It's just one click away. Just tick the box that says optional standard deduction. So I'll show you one. Okay, so this is a screenshot from EBIR forms. This one is from the form 1701Q. That's for individuals. And you can, if you scroll down and you can see item 16, number 16, you can see their method of deduction. So may mga boxes dyan. We have itemized deduction or optional standard deduction or 40% of gross sales, receipts, revenues, and fees. So just tick that box na OSD. And then that's it. So let's have an example, okay? So let's say the taxpayer is an individual taxpayer and then yung sales niya for the certain period is 1 million and the cost of sales is 250,000. Now, again, as I have mentioned a while ago, if you are an individual taxpayer, your OSD is based on gross sales or gross receipts, as the case may be. So in this example, you can see sales at 1 million, we will disregard your cost of sales. Okay, so disregard cost of sales and then multiply 40% immediately by the sales figure of 1 million. So you can see their OSD is equal to sales, your gross sales of 1 million, times the 40% OSD rate. So that's why your OSD, your standard deduction, is 400,000. Now let's differentiate this one if yung taxpayer is a corporation. Again, if you can recall, if the taxpayer is a corporation, the OSD shall be based on gross income. Hindi siya gross sales, hindi din gross receipts. Okay, so looking at the same figures, let's say sales is 1 million, then cost of sales is 250,000. This time, the taxpayer is a corporation. And so OSD shall be based on gross income. Again, as explained earlier, gross income is your sales minus cost of sales or cost of goods sold. Pareha lang yung COS and COGS. So before multiplying, before using the 40% OSD rate, you have to get first the gross income. So gross income is 1 million minus 250,000. So your gross income is 750,000. And that 750,000 will become the basis of your 40% OSD rate. So your OSD now, if you are a corporate taxpayer, shall be 300,000 only as compared to if you are an individual, that's 400,000. Okay? So OSD for a corporation is 750,000 times 40%, it's 300,000. Now, you might say na, medyo disadvantage si corporation, di ba? Kasi kung individual, yung OSD is 400,000, whereas if it's a corporation, 300,000 lang. You might say, you might look at it that way. But the good thing is, for corporation, you can actually deduct both cost of sales and OSD. So, di ba, meron tayong cost of sales dito na 250,000. So, yung 250,000, you can still deduct that on top of your OSD. So, it's now a total of 250 no plus 300,000. So, you already have 550,000 as deduction if you are a corporation. So, hindi siya disadvantage sa corporation. It's actually an advantage if you are a corporation because you can deduct both cost of sales and your OSD. So, your total now is total deduction mo na is 550,000. Okay, that's it. So, yun lang yung discussion for OSD. If you have any questions, just write them on the comment section. Bye.